Alright, here we go with Japan turn number 7, I think it is. 13 battles. But let's start off with our purchases. We are going to buy 2 transports, 2 artillery, 2 infantry, 2 fighters, an aircraft carrier, and save 1 buck. Let's see what we're going to do here. First battle is the bonus battle, because it's out of range of where my thing's going to be. So, bought strategic bomber from India, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. With 2 remaining. And he's going to sink that transport. And we'll just go ahead and land him now in Iraq so I don't forget, because he's going to be mostly out of range of the screen. Alright, so, oh gosh. That should work. No, it won't. That should work. I'll move it if I have to. Alright, so let's start off with battle number 1. Number 1 is this mech is going to walk into the Soviet Far East. Now it's mine. I'm just going to set it over here though for now, because I need a place to put my box. That's 1 green light. I'll just leave it there like I normally do. Sorry for the extra noise. My wife is running a bath and kids are running crazy. Alright, so battle number 2, we're going to walk in here to Yakut. Battle number 3, we're going to walk into Novosibirsk. Battle number 4, this mech here is going to go, from Burma, is going to go 1, 2 to West India and walk in there. Battle number 5, actually get to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 movements remaining for that strategic bomber, and 1, 2 for the destroyer, going up against that one. Assuming all goes well, we are going to make sure I get the right one. This transport here, he's going to go 1, take the infantry, and walk in there. Battle number 6, 7 here. So it's the sea battle. We're going to take out this transport, which means we cannot bombard. And sure, why not? We're just going to take everything there to make sure we kill it extra good, except for not the planes. Alright, battle number 8, that now we are going to take our planes, so we're going to, they'll each move 2, so they'll have 2 movements remaining, which is fine because they'll just land on the carriers. That's what the 2's for, and that transport takes an infantry and an artillery with it to take on that. That's battle number 8. Battle number 9, I don't know if you can see it, you cannot. We're going to move across the board. There we go. Battle number 9 is another overkill, where we're taking everything from C-Zone 6, with the exception of 1 transport. And we're going to take on that destroyer. Now I know I said on the chat, guys, that I was going to go and consolidate in the Carolines, and then I said, you know what? I don't need the Carolines. So that's battle number 9. And then battle number 10 is landing there. So we've got these 3 transports here. Well, there's 4 total, but we'll take 2 transports for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess I miscounted how many I had. 1, 2, 3. Oh well. So those 2 transports will take these 4 infantry. 2 from Japan, 2 from Korea, and they'll take Midway once the naval battle is cleared. Battle number, that was 10, 11. This transport's going to pick up this infantry and go here and take Wake Island. Battle number, I guess I could do this differently now since I didn't realize how bad it was. This one here is, can you see that? No, you can't. So this one from C-Zone 6 is going to grab the last infantry and go 1, 2 and take Guam as battle number 12. And since I don't need to take the transport, the second transport from here up there, because I've miscounted my transports, I will take this transport. He will go 1, grab an infantry or 2 infantry, sure, why not, and 2 and go in there. Still haven't moved this transport off of Sumatra yet. Okay, that was that attack. We did that attack. We did that attack. We did. Those planes are not attacking there. Okay, I think that's it. So let's look at the dice. Well, we got a lot of greens. That means they're all just walk-ins. So the first battle is battle number 5, which is a 2 and a 4 versus a 2. So that's a destroyer and a strategic bomber versus an Anzac destroyer. And then 6 is a walk-in as long as 5 clears. 7 is just the auto kill transport. I'll take that off now. 8 is going after the island there, which I'll add the 2 1s now since I decided to grab those 2 infantry. Going up against just 1 U.S. artillery. And battle number 9 is the overkill battle up there off of Midway. And then 10, 11, 12 are all walk-ins as well. I ran out of green dice. So let's roll the ones we have real quick. So the first one, battle number 5, we got a destroyer and a strategic bomber. And we got a hit. So their destroyer is dead, and their destroyer shoots back for Anzac, and it misses. Alright, so Anzac destroyer is down. Next is the battle number 8, which is the battle for the Philippines. So 2 at 1, 2 at 2, 2 at 3 for the fighters, and attack bomber at 4. Just need 1 hit, and we've got plenty of hits. Even an infantry hit. He's got 1 at 2 coming back, and he misses. And now the big battle up here. Just move it so you can see it too. So we've got 3 destroyers at 2. We've got 2 fighters and a cruiser at 3. 2 tac bombers. I don't know why I had 4 4s. And 2 tac bombers at 4. That's why we check. Just need 1 hit. And we've got plenty of hits. At least 4 or 5 maybe. And 1 at 2 in response. And he misses. A flawless victory for the Japanese. 3 2s rolling and no hits. Alright, I'm going to pause there, and then we can start to collect the money and flip over the roundels. Alright, battle 1. We are up 1 for the Japanese, down 1 for the Russians. Battle 2, up another 1 for the Japanese, and battle, if you can see it, battle 3, up another 1 for the Japanese. So that's up 3 for the Japanese, down 3 for the Russians. So the Russians go from 12 to 9. The Japanese go from 58 to 61. Let's come around the side over here. Number 4. We go up 2 right there for, but that doesn't take anybody down 2 because that was the Far East Command. So that takes Japan to 63. Battle 5 is done. Battle 6, we're going to take over that, and we're going to go up 4 for the Japanese and down 4 for the Anzac. So Japan goes from 63 to 67. Anzac goes from 14 to 10. Battle 7 was a naval. Battle 8, we go up 2 for the Japanese and down 2 for the US. So Japan goes to 69, US goes to 57. And then the last 4, we have a naval battle that doesn't do anything. We take over Midway. We take over Wake, and we take over Guam. All right. Now let's start with our non-combat movements. Everything there stays put. Here we have a tactical bomber that's going to leave Hawaii, or it's not Hawaii, Japan, and come down and land on the carrier here, along with these 3 aircraft that were in the Philippines. If I can get them to actually stick. There we go. We'll land on the carriers there. So that's those ones. The strategic bomber that was here has 4 movements left. So he will go, let me make sure I get this right. One, two, three. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not land him in Kwangtung? This mech is going to go 1, 2 down to French Indochina. That one's done. This tank will go 1, 2 up here to Burma. You can see that. This transport here didn't move. He'll come over there. This mech that was in India, which I think you can see, I'll bring it forward though. He's going to go 1, 2, and we're going to take over Afghanistan and pick up 4 infantry there. We'll take this infantry and 2 artillery over to Kansu. Oops. We'll take 2 mechs from Hunan, and they'll go 1, 2 to Burma. We'll take, turn it a little bit, 2 tanks and a mech. They will go 1, 2 up the J-hole. Everything in Amur will stay there. I think everything else stays where it's at. Alright, so now that was done. Now we place units. We've got 2 transports, 2 infantry, and 2 artillery. That's 6 units going in there. 7, 8 on the island, and 9 in the sea. Now everything placed there in Japan, and I've still got my 1 buck remaining. Alright, so I collect 69 IPCs, plus I saved 1 is 70, and I do have a couple of NOs now, I do believe. I have Calcutta. I gotta look, I didn't look it up ahead of time. I have Guam, Midway, Wake, and no, I don't have the Gilberts. So, and I don't have the Money Islands. So just still my 5. So that's all right. A cool 75 IPCs for next turn. Let's do a quick recap. We've got a mech in Soviet Far East. We've got 6 infantry and an AA gun in Amur. We've got 1 infantry in Yakut. We've got 1 infantry in Novosibirsk. 1 infantry and 2 artillery in Kansu. 2 tanks and a mech in J-Hole. A strategic bomber in Hong Kong. A mech in French Indochina. 2 mechs and a tank in Burma. An infantry and an artillery in India, a mech in West India, a mech and 4 infantry in Afghanistan, a transport in 39, an artillery on Sumatra. That transport will take the artillery with him to Sumatra, to India. An infantry on Java, a destroyer and a transport in C-Zone 42. In the Philippines, we've got 3 infantry and an artillery, and in the surrounding sea zone, 2 transports, 2 destroyers, 2 battleships, 2 carriers with 2 fighters and 2 tactical bombers. An infantry in Guam with a transport in 21, an infantry in Wake with a transport in 31, 4 infantry in Midway with 2 transports, 3 destroyers, a cruiser, 2 aircraft carriers, 2 tactical bombers, and 2 fighters off of Midway. That oh, and I didn't do Japan Home Island. There I have 3 AA guns, 2 AA guns, 2 artillery, 2 infantry, 3 fighters, an aircraft carrier with a fighter on it, and 2 more transports. That's it for Japan turn number 7. Next up is the USA. Good luck, Dutch.